The new boss treated herself like a queen and me like her handmaid complex, thinking the world has to revolve around them. Well, look at you now. The client's gone, and I bet your job is next. I snapped my head up and stared at her. How did you know the client pulled out? Piper's eyes darted away as she stammered. You said it. I heard you. But I had kept my voice low the entire time. There was no way she could have heard me from where she was sitting. Then I remembered the smug look on Sabrina's face that morning, and it all clicked. Without another word, I walked over, grabbed her phone, and used Face ID to unlock it. I went straight to her messages with Sabrina, and there it was. A screenshot Sabrina had sent her of my client's contact info, the one I had spent weeks winning over. Sabrina had secretly offered the client an extra 2% discount to switch the deal to her. Naturally, the client agreed. I saw red. Piper was screaming and cursing, vowing to make me pay, and even raised her hand to strike me. I slapped her across the face before she could, sending her stumbling to the ground. I printed the chat history and those 16 ridiculous rules, then took the elevator to the executive conference room on the top floor. An assistant rushed to block my way. Scarlett, they're in a meeting. I pushed the door open and walked in. A room full of executives fell silent. Sabrina's face went white. Who let you barge in here? Have you no sense of decorum? I smiled, then threw the stack of papers right at her face, scattering them everywhere. Ms. Hale, stealing clients from your own staff? Sabotaging your own team? Are these the rules you're so concerned about? I had printed enough copies for every executive present to get a good look. The other managers frowned. Ms. Hale, you're poaching clients from your own team? Sabrina was shaking with anger but forced herself to stay calm. This is an internal team matter. I will deal with it after the meeting. You can go now. I pulled over a chair and sat down, refusing to budge. I don't think so. If I leave, what's to stop you from accusing me of forging this evidence? Since all the senior leadership is here, let's get this settled. All eyes in the room shifted to the CEO, Julian Cole. He had been silent until now, his expression icily calm, which was more unnerving than any outburst. Sabrina panicked. Mr. Cole, these screenshots are fake. I would never do such a thing. Julian lifted his eyes. If they're fake, feel free to show us your real conversation with the client to prove it. Sabrina froze, unable to meet his gaze. At that moment, her husband Gideon, the purchasing director, tried to intervene. Mr. Cole, even if this is true, Sabrina was only acting in the company's best interest to keep the account. Julian countered coolly. If a price cut was necessary to close the deal, how did her junior employee manage to secure it on merit alone? Gideon was speechless for a moment, then pivoted to smearing me. You know how these young women are. They'll use any means necessary to land a sale. Sabrina jumped on it, her eyes gleaming. He's right. I personally saw Scarlett on dates with the client. She even skipped work to meet him. I burst out laughing. What an absurd lie. I stalked toward her and grabbed her by the collar. All of my meetings with the client were about work, and the only 2 times we met off-site, we were not alone. Are you having delusions? You should get your head examined. Sabrina shoved me off, turning back to Julian. Mr. Cole, I have been a loyal employee for years. I would never lie. Other executives quickly fell in line, echoing calls for my dismissal. A smug, contemptuous look returned to Sabrina's face. She was sure I was the one who would be walking out of here without a job. I just smiled, completely unbothered. At any other company, I might have been intimidated by a room full of hostile executives, but not here. Here, I had nothing to worry about. I tapped the table, my voice cutting through the murmurs, calm and clear. Julian Cole, your daughter is being maliciously slandered and framed by this group. How much longer are you going to sit there in silence? The room fell so quiet you could hear a pin drop. Sabrina stood frozen, her face a mask of shock. What did you just say? She stammered. Who is Mr. Cole's daughter?